be unsustainable consumer behavior. Let's say consumerism. It's easier to think about it. So we'll be divided in 4 parts. We'll be first talking about the problem, then we're going to talk about the cause, the values, and some ideas that what we can do to solve it. As we can see, we are consuming and producing much more than we need. And this has a very, very bad effect for the environment. As you can see in the picture here, I know it's a peaked picture, but we know that it's getting more and more common everywhere in the world, this place. So the problem itself. I will give an example to illustrate for you. For example, the fashion industry in 2013 produced almost 15 million tons of textile waste, and almost 85% was thrown away after 1 year. In developed countries, the population generally consumes almost 32 times more than undeveloped countries. And with this rhythm, it would take 1.5 Earth that we can survive in this consumerism. This is a graph I'm showing you where there's a resource depletion that we are having, and we can see that in 2040 nearby, we're gonna be over fish, phosphate, and aquifers, meaning that our water will be scarce, our phosphate related to the agriculture, so the food also will be in consequence of it, and the fishes also we eat, and you know that is super important, as we heard before. This is a map showing that the darker colors show the footprints of carbon production. And with this map, we can see that the richer countries with the most GDP are producing more carbon and also consuming more, meaning that it's not strictly related to the size of population. It's more about the GDP of the country and the per capita. The cause. Happiness is associated much more about what you buy. That's a very good quote that we always hear everywhere, and it's mainly advertised for us through media, social media, and also our friends. And it should be actually about experience and not about consuming more and having more. For example, we always see, not always, but sometimes we see some advertisements where if you buy the car, you're gonna have also a happy family with everyone smiling, everyone happy. But it's not how it would be. Another example is only 1% of our goods that we buy still with us after 6 months. Of course, because of the life cycle and the trends. And the life cycle, they want to do that to sell more, and the trends are always evolving, also controlled by the big companies. And of course, the stakeholders and politicians are focusing not on sustainability, but actually on making money and exploiting everything. But they are not the only ones responsible for that. We are also all thus responsible. We consume, we produce, we waste more than we need. We are only using our emotions sometimes when we go to buy. And I would like to ask you guys 3 questions to think about it. Should we be worried about the next generations? What are our real needs? And are we feeding the social inequality? These questions are related to the consumerism, where if everyone reflects about it, I'm sure they're gonna think differently when you go consume something. This is in Hungary. We took a picture of how much plastic it is in the package and how useless things are. There are many objects there, products where you buy just to facilitate your life, but actually it's not real need. And we have some ideas on what we can do, what we can practically do today and tomorrow to help the environment. We can buy more locally and recyclable products, meaning we help the locals with the small business. We also have idea of sustainable Monday, where on Monday you plan your week on what you need for the week, and you go and buy only what you need for the week. And also, before going to the supermarket, try to not go hungry. Because I know that if you go hungry to the market, I will buy a lot of stuff that I don't need. I'm just following my emotions, so try to eat before. To remember all this, we had a 3R rule, which is reduce, reuse, and recycle. We don't have a lot of time to solve this problem. And not only this problem, but actually all the problems are related to it. And if we don't solve each of them, we're not gonna have a good future, even though if we go to Mars. We only have one chance. We are not in a video game anymore. So please, everyone consider, and the only way that we can change this behavior is through advertising and through changing our social environment, telling people and discussing and debating and showing them, trying to make them reflect about it.